Prime Minister Mark Carney is back in Ottawa with a busy weekend ahead of him. He's meeting virtually with Canada's premiers later today, and he's likely going to call a snap election on Sunday. All of this after spending the day in our city yesterday. Nicole, Lampa is at the Alberta legislature where the Prime Minister met with the premier. So, Nicole, how did that meeting go?
Well, Kent, Premier Smith called the discussion frank, while Carney acknowledged that he did meet with Smith, but then he turned his attention to what he will be focusing when he meets and speaks with the premiers today.
It's about getting, yes, pipelines built across this country so that we can displace imports of foreign oil. It's about building out the energy infrastructure more broadly here in Alberta, which I would add would include projects such as the pathways.
Carney met with Premier Danielle Smith behind closed doors Thursday morning. The Premier did not take questions from the media, but in a release said, quote, "We had a very frank discussion in which I made it clear that Albertans will no longer tolerate the way we've been treated by the federal Liberals over the past 10 years. The Post also includes a list of demands around the oil and gas industry. She says the next federal government must address them or risk a national unity crisis. Smith's statement comes amid Canada's trade war with the United States and the upcoming federal election. A political scientist points to why Alberta may get a lot of play during the upcoming campaign, saying 5 new federal ridings are being added. 3 of them are here in Alberta, 2 of them in our city.
There's now an Edmonton Northwest riding, but in the southeast corner of Edmonton, where there's been a great deal of population growth, the old riding of Edmonton Mill Woods is being split in 2. So there's now going to be one riding called Edmonton Gateway and one riding called Edmonton Southeast.
Now, sources tell CTV News that Mayor Amarjeet Sohi is considering running for that new riding, Edmonton Southeast. Now, Sohi did issue a statement yesterday saying he was asked to consider riding alongside Carney for the federal Liberals in the upcoming election. He says he will let his political intentions be known in the next coming days. Kent.